This congregation is started by Harry Phillips, who was a refugee fleeing the Mexican Revolution and came here to work among other refugees and to provide support and encouragement to them as they were trying to build new lives. And shortly after he began his work, the House of Neighborly Service was established to provide social services for this same population that was in need, coming out of and fleeing very desperate circumstances in Mexico. And one of the things that the House of Neighborly Service did was provide social services and support to the families that were becoming residents in this West Side community. And those same families now are turning around and helping our church provide the opportunity to support students from this neighborhood today so that they can be successful in the same way that these ancestors had been successful. Ever since 1929, when we moved to this historic facility that we're in, the congregation and the House of Neighborly Service lived and worked out of the very same building. And the building feels that use for close to 100 years of constant use. And so we're in a position now where we need to ask for help from other folks. X Vasquez, who was a legend in this neighborhood as the Boy Scout troop leader for nearly 50 years, trained up boys and raised up Eagle Scouts from this neighborhood throughout his entire career. And now his son Buddy has taken up the helm of the Boy Scout troop. Another wonderful piece of legacy for us is that Luis Vargas, who grew up as a kid in one of our programs and in this neighborhood, is now the lead architect in redesigning this building for the years in front of us.
My family landed in this neighborhood back in '93. The very first day that we spent the night at our house, my sisters and I were laying in bed, and we thought it was great. We thought it was beautiful that we were looking at the stars through the roof. While I was in college, my parents didn't have enough money to buy me a computer. Right around that time, the secretary for Divine Redeemer was Martha. She said, you know, I don't have one here, but we have one at the church. And I stopped working around this time. Would it help if you could come on over for your house and you get about an hour to do it and you can print it there? Years down the road, I was like, I remember you did this. It's like, what can I do? How can I repay? She goes, well, just find somebody who needs that and do the same thing. I wanted to have the impact to not just one, but try to reach more than one. And so when this opportunity came up, I was like, man, here's my chance. I can do something. I can provide something that I know in architecture and design so we can affect more than just one person. I see it going another 100, 200, 300 years. And there's gonna be a lot more Luises that come by here and are gonna need the help and they're gonna get it. I just know it. I just know it.
We truly are about building hope here at Divine Redeemer and House of Neighborly Service. We were the recipients of blessings that we could never have anticipated or earned. And it's our turn now to be a blessing to the community around us, not just today, but for the next 100 years, the next century of service. Thanks for your support.